Hello friends. Now let us take up the concept number 4 in our training session 1 computer basics. This is 5 prime programming languages. Programming languages are known as computer languages. Both the computer languages and programming languages are synonymous terms. Don't confuse. Before learning about the 5 languages, you should understand the relevant basics. One thing I am telling you, whatever concept you want to learn, before that you must have the knowledge of relevant basics. Then only you can understand concepts thoroughly. One time watch is enough. Okay. Now first, what is a language? A language is a medium, and using that medium only we can interact with others. Then you may get it out. Why hundreds of languages? Hundreds of human languages. Why hundreds of human languages means state-wise languages are there, region-wise languages are there. For example, for Tamil Nadu, Tamil, for Kerala, Malayalam, and for Karnataka, Kannada, for AP and Telangana, Telugu, for northern region, most places, Hindi, internationally, English. Like that, these languages are nothing but media, just for creating interaction among the people. Those are human languages. But why computer languages? Actually, we have to interact with the computer. Computer is like our assistant. So we have to instruct computer and get the work done. For that purpose, one language is required. One language is required. That's why computer languages are created. Here you may get it out. Actually, region-wise human languages are there. Why many computer languages? Computer languages, the philosophy is different. Why many languages means? Just for example, practically explain. In 1972, uh, C language was developed in the name of C. With the name C, one language is developed. It was a complete language and the most fundamental language. And in 1983, C++, this is plus plus means one step further. C++ as an extension of C, it was developed. It is having advanced features of C, and thereafter in 1995 Java was developed. Java was based on C++ only, but it is having much advanced feature compared to with the two languages. So if you see this example, what you realize, every programming language, new language is developed in order to advance the existing languages, or in order to simplify the existing languages, or in order to support new technologies. Every new language is developed. Because of this reason, dozens of uh, programming languages are developed. The simple basic reason I have to understand. You should not have any basic doubt. If you have some basic doubt, you cannot understand the concept, you cannot own it. That point you have to understand. Okay. So every new computer language is developed as advanced to the existing languages or simplifying the existing languages. That point you have to understand. And every programming language supports one or more paradigms. One or more paradigms. Paradigm means the implementation model. The implementation model I have to understand. In order to understand it from real life, actually you have to reach a destination. In order to reach a destination, you can implement in different ways. You can go by walk, you can go by bike, you can go by using a bicycle, you can go by car, or you can use bus. So for implementation purpose, different models are there. Now time being, you understand it as paradigm. Paradigm means implementation model, and every programming language supports one or more paradigms. That point you have to understand. Thereafter, one very important thing, low level languages and high level languages, that you have to understand, because it is a big subject. However, briefly explain, with this simple explanation you understand that actually Computer's language is binary. Computer's language is binary. Binary represents 2. So that means it is having only two characters. What are the two characters? 1 and 0. Then you get a doubt how it is possible to develop a language only with the two characters. It is possible. It's a simple idea I give you. Actually, English language is having only 26 characters. Only 26. That's it. But a big language, an international language, is developed by using 26 characters. If you take any Indian language, minimum 50 basic characters are there. 50 basic characters, and there are many sub additional characters are there, like prefixes, suffixes, etc., and all that. So if you take any Indian language, you can find more than 100 characters. So number of characters is not a big thing. Actually, one strategy, one scheme is required. A scheme is there, then we can develop a language. Okay. Now computer's language is binary. Now, for the sake of better idea, I give you. On computer keyboard, you can find several characters. Number of characters you can find, like 26 uppercase characters, 26 lowercase characters, 1 to 10, 1 to 0, 10 digits, and many symbols you can find. 100 plus characters you can find on the keyboard. For every character you find on the keyboard, the corresponding code is developed. Just for example, I show you. Suppose A is there. The corresponding code is this, and at symbol is there. One symbol. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you find this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So see that, just a simple example I show you. A is a character, and at is a symbol, 5 is a digit. Like this, for everything, one unique. Everything is unique. So for every character, one unique coding scheme is there. For all characters, whatever you see on keyboard, and you can the special unique code is created. This is called coding scheme. This is called low level language. Low level language. Why low level? At the bottom of this thing, in the process system of this thing, this language is used. Internally, computer uses this language. That's why it is called low level language. So if you have to learn programming language originally, you have to learn like this. If it is the only way to learn language in low level, no student is interested. Now suppose 10,000 students are learning programming languages. Now even a single student is also doubtful to learn programming through low level languages. That's why if students do not learn what is use of language, that's why high level languages were developed. High level languages were developed. That what I already told you, C, C++, Java, .NET, that is C Sharp, Python, all the languages are high level languages. What is the difference between low level languages and high level languages? In high level languages, actually short English words, coined words are used. Whatever digits we are using, the same digits are used. Whatever symbols we are using, all symbols are used with a specific meaning. Just for example, suppose one main function is there. For that, name is main. For print function is there. Its name is print. Print means displaying on the monitor screen. One input function is there for taking data from keyboard. Input function. For calculating square root of a value, its name is sqrt. For calculating power of values, then pow. Like this, hundreds of words are created. So normally the self-explanatory. Simply seeing that, you can understand what is the basic purpose. You can easily remember them. Main, print, input, square root, pow. Like that, you can easily remember them. That is the convenience. So, and digits and all that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever digits you are using, the same digits are being used. Okay, so for symbols, plus, minus, multiplication, division, like all symbols are used. Whatever purpose, whatever the purpose of these symbols in mathematics, the same purpose we can use on computer. So this is called high level language. All the languages, C, C++, Java, Python, C sharp, all the languages are high level languages. In this context, you may get a doubt. Every time, one thing I am telling you, you get a doubt. If you get a doubt, you can get the answer. If you don't get doubt, you never update it, you never get the answer. So, what doubt you should get? Actually, computer's language is binary, and high level languages are developed using English, digits, etc. and all that. Then, how a computer can understand them and process? That is a genuine doubt you should get. For that also, with a simple analogy I give you, by that you can understand. Okay, I am a teacher. I am a teacher and you are a student. Okay. Now you came to me to learn programming languages. But fortunately, I know only English and you know only Hindi. Then how it is possible? Just think. I know only English, you know only Hindi. Okay. Now how we can resolve this issue? If I speak in English, you cannot understand. If you speak in Hindi, I cannot understand. So there is a solution. Wherever a problem is there, solution is there. What is that? We have to appoint a translator who knows both English and Hindi. Then how this problem is solved? I teach in English. In turn, the translator translates it to Hindi and explains it to you. And whatever doubt or question you raise and all that, the translator translate back into English and explain it to me, and then I explain in English. So that process is done. So this way, problem is solved. But one negativity is there. Actually, if you know English, for teach certain concepts I require 1 hour. This type of translation process may take 2 hours or more. But solution is there. Okay, that point you have to understand. Here, for high level language purpose, the same logic is used. For that purpose, one software is developed, that is compiler. Already explained to you in types of softwares. This is a system software. System software, this is called translator software. Translator software is compiler. This what this translator are doing, compiler also does the same job. That means for every language a separate compiler is developed. That is C compiler, C++ compiler, Java compiler, Python compiler, C sharp compiler. Like that compilers are developed. By this, how this problem is resolved and all that you can understand. So before understanding about languages, first we have to understand all these points. Then only, without having any doubt and all that, you can understand. Here, one thing I have to explain to you. There are dozens of programming languages, and out of that, only 5 prime and popular languages I am explaining very briefly because it takes a lot of time. Just a brief introduction I am giving. The first and foremost important language, C. C is a complete language. It is a wonderful feature of C language is it supports both high level and low level. That means high level applications you can write, and the low level applications also you can write. That's why it is also called middle level language. High level, low level, middle level language, and C is the most powerful language. Even though after 50 years in 1972 it was released, after 50 years also it is very popular in the world. It is evergreen language. If you start your learning with C language, it is like a wonderful foundation, strong foundation. On that 100-story building you can programming construction you can make. That point you have to understand. That is C. And even today, I suggest people if your first language is C language, and your foundation is such a strong. Thereafter, C++. Plus plus means one step further, one step further, one step advanced to this. The C++, it was developed in 1983. Actually, C supports only FOP, that is function oriented programming paradigm. C++ is a hybrid language. It supports both FOP as well as WOOP, object oriented programming paradigm. Don't worry about that. Later I explain. And C supports only function oriented programming paradigm. C++ support both FOP and WOOP, function oriented programming and object oriented programming paradigms. And C is the subset of C++. That means C++ is a superset. It provides additional capabilities and additional paradigm also. The third one is Java. Java was developed in released in 1995, and it was developed by Sun Microsystem. Now it is taken over by Oracle Corporation, and it is a true object-oriented programming language, the most powerful language in the world. 20% of programmers, world programmers are Java programmers, and 90% of 500 fortune companies of the world, 90% of 500 fortune companies of the world are using Java for their applications. The fourth one is C sharp, C sharp, and this is developed by Microsoft Corporation. Actually, this is as a competitor of this thing of Java. It was developed. It was developed for their .NET platform. And the fifth one is Python. Python is the leader. Past 5 or 6 years, it stood in the top position in the programming language. It is a highly popular language, and it supports many advanced technologies like data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, web technologies. 10 plus technologies it supports. And nowadays, it is the most high demand languages, and people are getting millions of dollars salary by studying Python. These are the just idea sake I explained. These are the five prime programming languages. So you should have a basic idea about them. That's why I put it, I inserted as a part of the computer basics.